What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 21. Last episode, we got some fancy new tools to have fun and play with and make our lives a little bit easier. And we got started with this project, as well as, I believe, another one, if I remember right. It's been just a little bit since I recorded that last episode, but we're jumping right back into it here today. So, without further ado, if you guys are enjoying this, be sure to leave a like in the video, show it some love and support. And if you guys are new around here checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on any videos that we are posting here. But you guys seem to be absolutely loving this series, so thank you all very much for that. I really appreciate it. And it's kind of crazy that I can post a game that's almost 3 years old, roughly, and you guys are still absolutely loving it and getting some really good views and some love and support with all the likes, comments, and the new subscribers that we have gained from this series. So, like I said, thank you all very much for that. But we're going to go ahead and pop some of the stuff off here. I know I'm trying to figure out, we got a couple more things that are undiscovered on what is bad still, but we kind of have to pull some of the stuff apart anyways to get at some of the other parts that we need to replace, especially in this rear suspension area. So let's see what we got going on here. Get this last wheel off, and then we got all four of them off. And I don't know if we have anything else. I know we got a sway bar back here to replace. And a couple other things. We got a bunch of stuff in the engine that we are needing to do here. Let's go ahead and pull off. I don't know if these wheel bearings are bad. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this all apart anyways, because we have so much on this that we need to figure out. Still, there's like 6 different items, which I can see. Yeah, we just have this sway bar. Let's go ahead and pull this out quick. Which we're not going to be able to pull this out anyways until we get some of this other stuff out of here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll get this wheel hub out. Then we'll be able to pull the sway bar out. It's always a bit annoying having these kind of I guess that's part of it. You're trying to figure out what is actually going on, what is wrong. But we have quite a few different things that we have not figured out on this. You guys can see we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things that we have not figured out quite yet. So we need to see what we got going on here with this. I'm not seeing any other real rusty parts or anything. We got fuel pump looks good. Trying to see here. I guess we'll just go ahead and pull out these bushings. Yeah, that one was bad. Okay. So it's probably going to be all these bushings, honestly, are going to be part of it. I keep seeing the rust on the bus in the back, and it's throwing me off. It's making me think that I'm seeing parts in here that are rusty. But it's not the case. Okay, so there's 4 more parts. That should be... Yeah, we just need 2 more things now. So I don't know what else... So we have basically everything pulled apart in this thing. Everything besides that rusty bolt, but that's okay. That's not a... Oh, you know what? It's probably these bushings then, I bet. Yep, that's going to be it. Right there. I don't know if this one's going to be bad. Yep, 1%. Holy crap. Okay, that is everything. So we're going to go ahead and highlight all of these. Make sure that we are all good to go with that. What? How am I missing these? I really need to work on getting our ability to repair parts. That is going to come in clutch. No pun intended with looking at clutch stuff there. But I want to see where we're at. Yeah, we have all these available skills to still do. We've got... Where is our... So we've got our welder here. This will help us fix body parts. We've got... that's going to be for that. Trying to see test path. We don't need that right now. Workbench, here we go. So adds a workbench to your garage, allows fixing mechanical parts. So we need this right here, which is 10,000. So we need quite a bit of money still for that. So we're not going to be able to do anything with that at the moment. But yeah, you guys can see we have a bunch of stuff to repair here. We also need to... I'm just going to pull off our filter. I know we already drained the oil on this. I already looked through the... Oh, we still need to pull this stuff out too. Do we... trying to see here. Yeah, I think we got everything else out. I think that was it right there. So now we got a bunch of parts that we need here. So we need... let's see here. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to replace here. Okay. So we need... can we sort by condition? So, and for this, we need to be above 72% on any parts that we are not replacing. So we've got all these rubber bushings. Do we have anything on our shopping list right now? We have nothing. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and add all of this stuff. Make sure we got everything here that we need. Okay, so now we gotta start looking into what we actually need to actually still replace that's in the further up things. So we're gonna need pistons. Oops. So sway bar end links, are these... so I don't think that these are need to be replaced. No, these are not. So we have spark plugs. Yeah, this is... so yeah, we're gonna need all 4 spark plugs then. Wheel hub bearings. What I usually do is just going up the list. So we're gonna need 1 more of these as well. So timing chain, which I believe I already have that on there. Yeah, I would have already added that. Spark plugs, rubber bushings. Let me just check to see what... yeah, all those I already would have added on. So that's good. Rod caps. Let's check out those. We're going to need 1 more of those as well. Rear sway bar. I think I already did that as well. We have ignition coils. Let me check that. We're going to need 1 more of those, so we're going to need 3 of those. And let's see, we're already up to here. So front sway bar, front drive shaft, the flywheel already have, crankshaft bearing cap. That's camshaft. Crankshaft, I would have added those, and then... is it just the 3? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. And then clutch plate. Let's check out that. Yeah. Yep, I would have added that already. And then camshaft and cam gear. Camshaft, I would have that, and cam gear, I definitely would have that. I just need to check. Oh, we have 2 different cam gears. Because I know there's another one still in here. Or no, there's not. That was my water pump I saw. Okay. So there. Now we've got everything added to our shopping list. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to sort by condition. And we're just going to sell everything under... oops. Did not mean to do that. We're going to sell everything about under the 30%. And then, since we're for sure going to have those, and then some of the stuff we're still going to have extra here. That's going to be some of the new stuff, which that's okay. Let's go into our main shop here. We need 10 of these. Go ahead and get these bought. Front sway bar. Get that. We need... I feel like I need more than 2 of these. Because it's just the 2 on there. But I think... yeah, we need a 3rd one. So we need 3 of these. Okay, so we need 3 of these. These are going to be in the other store, or electronics store. We need 3 of these. These will be in electronics, cam gear. Get 1 of these. And we'll go through and sell everything else after we're already all done and put back together. On this, we get our sway bar. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Timing chain. Let's go ahead and get that. Front drive shaft. Yeah, see, like, we could be repairing so many of these parts and not even having to be actually purchasing these, which kind of sucks. So we're definitely wasting some money on this, and that's why I really want to get that upgrade for the parts repair. But we need a bunch of skill points as well so we can actually get the higher levels of it, because we can only do so much of that as well until we get higher up. So we need 3 ignite coils. We need 4 plugs. There we go. Okay. So we should have everything to start putting this thing back together now. I'm going to just get the rear thrown back together real quick, and then we'll work on the front and the engine and everything. We should be about good to go from there. I definitely still... This is still my favorite, so I've been playing the Rally Mechanics Sim game as well, so if you guys are missing those at all, be sure to go back and check those out. It's definitely fun, but it's not like this. There's something about this one just is so much more chill and just relaxing. There's like all the time things and everything in there, which is fun, but it's not the sit back and just chill out play type of game like this one is. And I definitely enjoy this one a whole lot better than that one. Let's get these bushings back, and we got the bushings in the control arms as well that we must not forget about, because I always forget these, and it always plagues us. We're sitting there looking around, what is missing, and usually that. Something in the rear. Even though it's the more simple suspension than the front, it's just still easy to forget stuff. And where is... Ah, there's the end link there. I couldn't see it. Hiding in there. Let's get... I can see the end link right there. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get this side put back together a little bit. Get the wheels and everything back on. It should be about good to go from there. Get a new bearing in there. Which usually, honestly, I like doing all of new bearings, new like pads, calipers, stuff like that. Just to fully refresh it, but I don't really have a ton of money to be spending extra at the moment, so we're not going to be doing that. Going crazy with that. Okay, there is our wheel. Let's make sure we got 2 15s all the way around. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. I know sometimes they're not a square setup. They're a staggered setup where you have to make sure we get the right wheels in the back and right wheels in the front. These ones, it does not really matter besides just the condition of them, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we got a couple of older bearings in there. Which I guess we're only going to be using the one anyways, so not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and get this all put back together. Then we can start working on the front, because that should be everything back here, I believe. I'm pretty sure that is. So let's go ahead and move on up front here. Let's get our sway bar in, our brand new one. Get our last new bearing in there, and then we've got this guy to go back in, which is going to be a used one, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. We got our new bushings here to go in the subframe. Let's get all of these in again before we forget. Very easy to forget these. They're a little harder spot. Kind of blend in with just having the, like, go see-through of that. We got one last one before we forget. Then we'll get our front sway bar end links in. Back in. And then should be about good to go on that. We obviously can't get our wheels back in until we get our axle and everything in there, which we can't get that in until our transmission goes back in, which we can't get that in until all this stuff goes back in. Oh, we also need a new oil filter as well. I think we can actually get the transmission and everything back together and back in here before we even reassemble the engine. We should be able to. Honestly, I should really just install the other filter. We didn't need one. Yeah, let's not spend the money on it. I know we're technically like changing the oil, but this game doesn't really consider an oil change changing your filter. It's only when they ask for the filter to be replaced or it's the bad part that it actually needs to. So we're just going to go ahead and leave it. Not trying to be like a shady shop, but unfortunately trying to save some money at the same time. Okay. There we go. Now we can start getting some wheels back on up front here too. Obviously we got a whole engine to put back together still, but making some progress. Got the engine to put back together and some fluids basically, and that's about it. Got another axle on this side to go back in. And then we should be about good to go with this. Yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't have to spend hours. We didn't have to spend hours looking for those last few like undiscovered parts. It can always be an issue. So that's accessible. From there, we got all of these crankshaft caps. We got our rod caps to put in. We got our rod set, our pistons and everything to go back in first. I guess before the rod caps can go back on, but that's all right. We'll get those. That is one nice thing in my side playthrough, which I've talked about that I've done in this game now. That I put so many hours into is eventually we get a actual engine stand to work on an engine. We can work on everything top to bottom all in one spot without having to even do anything as far as like shifting it up and down or going up and down with it and everything. It is so nice. I can't wait to get that in this playthrough for you guys to enjoy that as well. I hope we don't need new rings. I should really take a look at that. I don't think rings were on that list. I'm pretty sure it was just... let's start taking some of this off as well. Now that we don't need those highlighted anymore. So I don't think we had any piston rings. Yeah, it was just the pistons themselves, so we should be okay on that front. Can I would like to get my injectors. Yeah, I can get those injectors from here, because they're a bit of a pain to get to, honestly. With this back in. There we go. Okay. I guess it's kind of a pain either way, because we can't click on it from above because the intake manifold gets in the way. Obviously, we got a bolt in the bottom part of the piston still with the rod caps, but we'll get those here in a moment. Got 100% on that, and then we got 72 on that, so we just made that. Which I don't think we need to have these above. I don't think we had cam caps at all. Right? I'm pretty sure there was not. Yeah, it was just camshafts. No caps. So that's good. We are all good on that front. Okay. Yeah, we're getting this thing bolted back together fairly quickly. So that is good, because we spent quite a bit of time ordering parts and everything for this. But making progress. Very slowly. Get these last couple in. I know we got to lift this thing, like I said, back up and get the rod caps on, plus the oil pan. And then we should be about good with everything underneath. Should be the last time we'll need to go underneath there for that. Let's go ahead and get our new cam gear on. We'll get this timing chain on. And we should be able to, yep, the other cam gear, which we are good on as far as our health of that. May as well get the exhaust manifold back on as well. I think, yeah, this thing is a turbo. You guys can see with the thing connecting up there, and then that'll connect into the turbo on that. And then we can get our cover back on right away. And then we should be able to get our plugs in, which I guess we could have got the plugs in before, but then we'll be able to get our coils in and everything too. Get this finished up. Plus we need the cover in the back, covering up the timing stuff as well. Okay, get that back on. Get our coils in, which we got 3 of these new and 1 used. This one was 1% below where it needed to be, which kind of sucks. replacing that over 1%, but I guess that's what they're paying us for. And if you guys remember when we started this guy was like, not threatening, but like stressing about this car because mechanics and everything kept giving him the runaround on stuff, and he was basically just so fed up with it that he was about to sell it. So we're gonna help him get it back on his feet with it, and get him back on the road. Let's get our belt back on, get our tensioner, which is really weird because the tensioner goes on first, and then you just not release the tensioner, but release the tension of the tensioner to actually make room for the belt to go on, and then you just slide the belt on and let it go, and then it'll tension itself. You don't install the tensioner with the belt already on. So there's definitely a few little quirks and stuff with this game that are not correct, but still pretty accurate for the most part, which is really fun. But I think we got our throttle body go back on. Almost forgot about that. And I think that's going to be about it up top. Besides fluids and stuff. But we just need to get our engine closed up on the bottom. And then we should be all good to go with that. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that right away. Let's knock this out. And then we'll just be able to fill it up with fluids. And we should be about good to go. So let's go ahead and get our rod caps on. Which we are all good on that. I can't wait to sell the rest of the parts and clear up our inventory. I always hate having like the old stuff in here and can never tell what is what and what is needed still. Let's get these bolted back in, torque to spec. That'd be kind of cool if there's like a torque wrench in here that we could use and have to look up and figure out the torque specs. May get a little tedious after a while, but it'd be kind of a fun thing at least to start. Then you could maybe have like an upgraded like automated torque wrench or something like that you didn't need to worry about doing it, but at the beginning kind of grinding through it. That'd be kind of fun. Okay. So that should be good to go from there. We're going to drop this guy back down and then start filling this thing up with some fluids, I believe. I'm going to double check the status. We got that, all of those. Okay. That should be all of that, yeah, which he doesn't say anything about needing new oil. So we're going to go ahead and leave that alone. Or, I mean, a new filter. So we're going to leave that alone. Just fill it up with some new oil, and then we should be about good to go from that. Let's get our coolant refilled, and then our power steering, I believe, is needed. And then we should be about good to go on this one. Which I'm excited to knock this one out and get started on our next one. Okay. That should be a job well done for that. There we go, first try. We got about $5,000 for that, which honestly is not very much. Considering all the time we spent on that and how much we had to spend on parts. I don't know if we made a ton of money on that, but that's okay. We got a case to open up here. We got, ooh, a bonus case. Gotta love that. Open the next case. I always like doing the two outside of the middle. Like this, and oh, another bonus case. Then we get some bonus credits. Can we get a third one? Ah. Oh, we got another one. Awesome. That is... I've never gotten 3 in a row. That is awesome. Can we get a 4th? Oh, dang it. Okay. It ends at 3. That's still pretty cool. We got a new barn find... barn find location. And we're going to sell the rest of our parts here. Not worried about keeping those around. Not worth it on that. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a Camaro. That's pretty sick. I know I did this one in my side playthrough on my own, and this thing was a lot of fun. And there I actually kind of screwed myself. I literally stripped this thing down and did the entire car with new parts. So I absolutely love these cars, so I wanted to bring it back to life for the customer. And I ended up spending way too much and actually had to do some side missions to get myself out of the hole that I dug myself for. But that's gonna be for next episode on that. So if you guys are stoked on that, be sure to smash that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys think, and if you guys are new around here checking this out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out.